Hello, and welcome to the Hail Mary Joe 2 TD Scorer Show. I'm your host, Jose, and I welcome you to Week 2, Sunday and Monday ticket bets. So, please note that I am not authorized to give you financial advice. This is strictly what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. And just so you know, that if you do decide to gamble, please only gamble what you can afford to lose, okay? So, other than that, please, like I said, not financial advice, strictly what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. So I've got 2 tickets today, 2 tickets for the rest of the Sunday Mondays games. I did not play any players from the Pittsburgh to Denver game. I'm sorry, what I seen out of these two teams last week was just horrendous, and at the end of the day, I just don't see anybody right now on either squad trying to get 2 touchdowns. It might happen in the future, but right now I'm not putting any money on it. So I've got 2 tickets of 5 players because I still have some outstanding from last night's game. Please, I want to wish Tua a speedy recovery. And other than the fact that we did not get a 2 touchdown score, there was a 3 touchdown score, and that was James Cook for Buffalo. So on the next 2 tickets that I have, they're both with 5 players each. I'm betting 50 cents on the ones, 50 cents on the twos, and 25 cents on the threes for a total of $10. So, each. So, here we go for ticket number 2 is as follows. Now, remember, these are not stat driven. I might give you some stats with regards to the players or not, but they're more of a feel for how the whole offense and defense is playing of the teams and opposing teams, and how I think that the game may go. Okay, I will be using stats further on after 3 weeks. I just find that that's the good we get in the last 3 weeks. You get a good, hopefully you get a good feel for how the player is playing, if they're improving, degressing, or just staying level keel. We'll wait and see. So with regards to this, let's go on to ticket number 2. So this is my second ticket for the Sunday game because we still have some outstanding from the Thursday night's game with the combo. So here we go. We have Zay Flowers for Baltimore against the Raiders. 2 TDs at plus 1100. Last week he rushed 2 rushes for 14 yards. He was 6 for 10 and 37 yards. Didn't have any touchdowns, but at the end of the day, between Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews, they're your best 3 pass catchers, except for Justin Hill. I forgot about him. I don't want to forget about him. But I just think that Zay Flowers is the guy to go to this week. As for Las Vegas Raiders, there's just nobody you can trust, let alone the quarterback play of that. So let's move on to the next game. Same thing about the quarterback. One quarterback I can trust, the other ones I can't. And we'll go with the New York Jets against the Tennessee Titans. And my guy is going to be Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdowns at plus 900. He's the best receiver and best QB in this whole game, regardless of what team it is there. And they need him to be successful for them to succeed. And it did show, that Alan Lazard got 2 touchdowns for the Jets last week, and Garrett at one point was, going to show up and then just didn't, and at the end they lost. Yeah, they lost to a very good team, but they still lost. So the next guy that I'm going to try again this week. He had a great week last week, and that's between the Tampa and Detroit game. I'm going with Chris Godwin for Tampa at plus 1,600 for 2 touchdowns. Last week he was 8 for 8, 83, and 1 touchdown. Right? I mean, between him and Mike Evans, they're the 2 stars of this team, pass catchers, anyways. So Evans got 2 touchdowns last week, but I'm going with Chris Godwin for his turn this week. So then the next game and player that I have is going to be between KC and Cincinnati. And I went with Rashid Rice for KC, 2 touchdowns at plus 900. Yeah, he is the wide receiver one. Xavier Worthy's a great little pickup, rookie. The guy's going to be great, but I think Rashid Rice is his turn to score this week. So he's going to last week he was 7 for 9 for 103 yards and 0 TDs. This week he's going to get some better red zone looks. more people are going to be paying attention to Xavier Worthy, which hopefully will free up Rashid Rice some more opportunities. And then the last guy on this ticket is between the Houston and Chicago game. I can't trust anybody from Chicago, so I'm going to go with a Houston player. And yes, I was quite surprised with the way that Stephon Diggs played last week. But I'm going back with Tank Dell again this week. Houston, 2 TDs at plus 1,400. And it's like I said, I can't trust, any Chicago player. That's just it. None at all. None at all. So then I'm going to go on to ticket number 3. Okay? Now, I know I said ticket 2 and ticket 3, but that's because ticket 1 was part of Thursday's ticket with the combo. So here we go. Now, this is going to be the same situation. Not so much stats. It's going to be from one team to the other. Now, the first one I'm going to pick on ticket number 3 is going to be Juan Johnson from New Orleans. Yes, they're playing Dallas. Juan is just one of these guys that just shows up out of the blue, gets you the catches when you need. And Dallas, at one point between CeeDee Lamb, there's just no value in them. They expect them to score 50 points, so they expect anybody could score 2 touchdowns on Dallas, and the dollar value's just dropped out. So Juan Johnson for New Orleans, 2 TDs at plus 3,000. And then the next guy that I have is going to be for the Indianapolis Green Bay game. And it's a bit low as per standards, but hard to pass up because normally this guy would never be this high, and that's Jonathan Taylor for Indianapolis at 2 touchdowns for plus 600. I mean, you're lucky to get him at plus 400 or no. So we've got some extra juice in this game, so I'm taking it and I'm going to jump on it. And not only that, I just don't trust Anthony Richardson's throwing the ball. I really don't. So the next guy that I have on ticket number 3 is going to be Juan Jennings from San Francisco. Now San Francisco is playing Minnesota. Can't trust anybody from Minnesota. And yes, between Ayuk and Debo and Kittle and all that, Juan just seems to show up like Juan Johnson for New Orleans. That next thing you know, it's 3rd and long and bingo, he gets some catches for us. But he also gets opportunities within the red zone, especially when everything's clamps down, and he's a big receiver to throw to for Brock Purdy. So I'm going to stick with Juan Jennings for San Francisco, 2 touchdowns at plus 4,500. And then the next guy, I'm going to go with another tight end. This guy is between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Well, Puka Nakua's out, and everybody's going to be paying attention to Cooper Kupp. So after that, who do they have catching the ball? Tutu Atwell, that rookie? Yeah, maybe. I'm going with Greg Dortch for Arizona. This guy he was the star of the first half for Arizona, and I suspect that he'll get more opportunities and everything else. And the other tight end, Trey, he non-existent that game. So I'm going with the hot hand, and Greg's going to be the guy for that. So then the last game that I have on this particular ticket is between Philadelphia and Atlanta, and I can't take anybody from Atlanta yet. Just the way that they played, Philadelphia just seems to be hitting on all cylinders and seems to be moving the ball fairly well. So I'm going with Dallas Goedert for Philadelphia at 2 touchdowns for plus 1,600. So that's it there. Let's do a quick review of ticket number 2. And it's going to be Zay Flowers for Baltimore at plus 1,100. These are all 2 touchdown players. And then I have Garrett Wilson for the New York Jets at plus 900 for 2 touchdowns. Then I have Chris Godwin for Tampa at plus 1,600 for 2 touchdowns. I have Rashid Rice for Kansas City at plus 900 for 2 touchdowns. I have Tank Dell for Houston at plus 1,400 for 2 touchdowns. So that's ticket number 2. And for ticket number 3, we have the following 5 players also. We have Juan Johnson for New Orleans at plus 3,000 for 2 touchdowns. We have Jonathan Taylor for Indiana Colts at plus 600 for 2 touchdowns. We also have Juan Jennings for San Francisco at plus 4,500 for 2 touchdowns. We have Greg Dortch for Arizona at plus 3,000 for 2 touchdowns. And my last player is Dallas Goedert for Philadelphia, paying 1,600 plus 1,600 for 2 touchdowns. folks, this is the players that I have. The one game that I wouldn't pick is Pittsburgh-Denver. I just don't see any hope in that. Sorry if you're a fan of one of them two teams, but it is what it is. I'd like to wish you all, please, a great weekend. Enjoy Sunday's game. This is not financial advice. This is strictly what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. I'm not authorized to give you financial advice, but if you do decide to gamble, please only gamble what you can afford to lose. Enjoy the games, have fun, and we shall talk to you soon. All the best.